Hi, I'm Mario from Overland. Today we're going to talk about the Aterra Slide-In Camper. Comes in a variety of sizes for the full-size truck, 5.5 foot, 6.5 foot, and 8 foot. And in the spring of 2026, we will be releasing for the 6-foot Tacoma. I'm going to give you a walkthrough so that you understand some of the features, exterior features and interior features of the camper. We'll start here at the front. We have a power input for external solar panel. So the camper comes standard with 185 watts of solar on the roof, but sometimes you want to park in the shade and deploy a portable panel out in the sun. So this allows you to do that. This input here is a 15 amp input. It allows you to connect shore power to the Red Arc power system that charges the battery that's on board. An optional Julka shower ensuite is available. You could also go with a K9 shower cube, whichever brand that you want to use. This is basically a shower enclosure that opens out to the outside and gives you a place to have some privacy and cleanup. If you are optioning the Julka shower, which is a portable propane heated shower system, there is a mount that can be mounted on the exterior wall to hang the shower, and I'll demonstrate how that hangs later. This camper is also optioned with a sink unit. The sink unit has a 12-gallon water tank and it drains to the outside. This is the water fill for the water tank, and then this is the vent, so it properly vents. If you have optioned heater, this is the propane input, and this for the drain for the sink. If you've optioned heater, you're going to want to have propane. You can have 10-pound propane cylinders mounted on either rear corner of the camper. And in the clear wall areas on the exterior, we can mount molly racks for you. This is our 17 by 17 molly rack that has options for using single ring tie downs or any kind of aircraft track components. These are mollies, so that you can attach like step 22 molly hangers. These are slots that will accept a nut and a washer on the back side. It gives you some adjustability. And all of these other holes are for 1/4-20 riv nuts. And then this pattern here works for a Rotopax holder. So you have a lot of options here. It's little V notches or for stopper knots on paracord. You can stick it in there and hang stuff on it. Super versatile. And then we also make a 17 by 40 inch molly rack as well. You can mount it vertically. In this case, we've got a step 22 javelin bag on the back for trash. You could hang max tracks here, Rotopax, your skis, your fly rod holder, your snowboards, surfboards. It's up to your imagination what you can do. In this case, on the driver's side, we've got one of our molly panels with a set of max tracks mounted on there. If you have other mounting requirements, you just need to tell us and we can help you with that. We use a specialty insert, threaded insert that goes into the wall and then allows you to put in a 1/4-20 threaded screw, which is very stout. We use an extremely strong honeycomb for our campers, and this, you may not want to try this with another brand of camper, but we don't hesitate to do that. This is a ball peen hammer. I think it's a 24 ouncer. It will do some damage, but not to our camper. So now we're going to go inside the camper. We use the turn Wildlands door. This door has tinted window on the outside, acrylic. It has a lock here and a catch built in that holds it open. The screen door separates from the exterior door. And this is a security screen. It has stainless steel mesh on the inside. And then on the outside, it has a fine bug screen. This has been pushed in with a bead, so if this ever got damaged, you can easily replace it, just like you would a screen at your house. This has a 3-point locking system. So first point, second point, and third point. It acts like a bolted door, similar to how a safe works. So what's nice is if you decide you're going to go for a hike, you can lock the door, leave the screen open, and your camper can stay ventilated. And we'll connect the door here so it doesn't get away from us. And let's go inside. All right, so I'm sitting inside a 6.5 foot Aterra Slide-In. This camper is fully optioned with all of our cabinetry. What we've done is we've designed a modular system that revolves around the Step 22 Stingray bags. This is a great size format. Has lots of usable storage on the inside. And what we like about these is it's a completely portable system. Sometimes you just need to take this outside to the best spot, in the campground, or you need to take things back into the house for replenishment. The way that these are retained is with a very simple key system that we developed. And that keeps the bags from going anywhere. Super simple. These bags on this passenger side are inserted lengthwise. And on this side, they're inserted horizontally, right? So this allows us to have a little bit more room inside the camper. It gives us about an additional 4 inches of space for spreading out. What's nice about that is that on this bench system, we can have 2 people sitting here. The tops of these cabinets have bamboo, which we use food grade mineral oil and beeswax to finish, so it's something you can touch up. These come in banks of 2. So this is a 6.5 foot truck. If you had a 5.5 foot truck, 1 bank would go away and all of this would move forward. If you had a 8 foot truck, you would add another bank, and so now you would have 6. So this is scalable in the length of the truck. You could decide not to have these at all. You could have this camper completely bare and do your own thing, and we're fine with that. We do have some standard features that are very notable. This box right here is our standard power box. This power box houses a red arc red vision system, and it also has a carbon monoxide and propane sensor, the standard safety item. This box in its standard configuration comes with a 30 amp red arc manager. It's scalable. In that same box, you can scale up to a red arc Alpha 50, 75, or 100 amp charger. Manages solar, charge back from the vehicle, as well as shore power connection. The box can also be scaled from 105 amp lithium ion battery all the way up to 640 amp hours. That would allow you to go with an AC system on the roof. So we would use, in that case, a nomadic roof-mounted AC system, 12 volt. So the cabinets being modular, right now I'm sitting on the center cabinet. The center cabinet is the toilet cabinet. And inside this cabinet, we have mounted a Tribolo composting toilet, which separates the liquid from the solid. In this same compartment, you could also opt to have the very nice wrap-on toilet from Japan, which is a hermetically sealing toilet, or you could use a conventional porta potty. Pick your favorite brand. Thetford, for example, would fit in there. The top of the cabinet is magnetic, holds it in place. It's not going anywhere. Next to that cabinet is an optional 2-bank Step 22 bag. This one we call a bulkhead cabinet, so that gives you some more storage and some options. So again, modular, option, 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 option. In the rear, we have a seat. So this is just an optional seat, place to sit. We use an XLPE foam instead of a fabric on any of these. It's nice because you can just wipe this off. You get dirty, super durable, not a problem. If you come a little back further in here, we have another option. This is a bench. So it's a folding bench that gives you another place to sit. So I can sit here, 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 or here. So effectively, in a relatively small space of a camper, I have 5 different places to sit that are comfortable. This folding bench has a secondary function. The folding bench will also serve as a step to get up into the bed. So when we pull the bed frame out, now I have a place to step on to get into my bed. And it just makes it much easier to give that access. So that duality of purpose is really important to us, so that no single item serves only one purpose. Now I restore my space in here, so now it's easy to move around. One of the unique features that we added in here is a standing table. So it can serve as a standing desk. If I'm working from the field, I can do my laptop work. Or if I want this to be a table that's used and is dropped, all I have to do is rotate this, and then I can lower it. And now I can use this as a table here, in this seating position, or in this seating position in the back. I'm here and I can eat, or I can use it again from our folding bench position. So this gives us a lot of flexibility in how this table is used. And when it's not being used, we bring it up, put it out of the way, and restore our interior room. Out of the way. We have a lot of features in here for lighting and electrical. So we have strip lights here. These are LED. They are amber. They are also white. And then they are combined white and amber. And they're fully dimmable, so you can adjust the ambiance of the lighting. So whatever your lighting preference is, you have those options. In addition to that lighting, if you option for our roof fan, which is the turn breeze fan, there is also lighting in that as well. This is a very nice fan. It's quiet. It uses a brushless motor, so it doesn't use quite as much electricity as a conventional wire magneto motor. This is our sink cabinet. The sink cabinet has a cutting board built into the sink. You can pull this out, use that for serving and cooking. We use a very simple system where this is a rechargeable faucet made by Dometic. It's used a lot with their H2O jugs. You just tap on this, turns on the pump, and it flows water. Below the sink, there's an additional step 22 bag. In this case, we're storing some of the stuff for the Julka shower. And then you have a 12-gallon water tank here with a visible sight line, so you can see exactly how much water's in it. It also has a drain here. This is the same as a hose fitting, a garden hose. So you can take this off, connect a garden hose, and drain it out. You can also connect the Julka shower system to this to pull water from the tank to use the shower outside. We use exclusively the Arctic Turn windows. These are double pane acrylic windows. You can get them in this lightly tinted version, or you can get a dark tint, which are smooth on the outside. They open up. You have great ventilation. This window up here, for example, is precisely placed so that when you are in bed, this window is directly above your head. So that means if you're sleeping north-south, each person can have a window to adjust. The windows feature a bug screen that connects to a privacy screen. That privacy screen on the outside is reflective, so it'll block heat coming in. I prefer to have the bug screen on the bottom. However, if you prefer to have the privacy screen on the bottom, you just let us know that when you build and we can invert that for you. We have electrical power ports in multiple locations. We place these near the bed so that at night you can plug in your cell phone or maybe a CPAP device. And they have a 12-volt power port and a WSB port. So a 12-volt power port here and a WSB port here. This camper is also equipped with the Truma Vario heat. The Vario heat is a forced air propane heater, does not introduce any condensation or moisture into the space, and is extremely efficient. It has an efficiency level of 98% conversion to BTU. We mount it on the ceiling so that we're not consuming any cabinet space for it, and it's not directed at any appliance that needs to stay cool. For example, like your fridge, you don't want to be blowing heat on that. The Truma heater has a lot of controls. You can set it for scheduling to wake you up in the morning. You can use it as a vent just to move air around. Very feature rich, made in Germany, good quality kit. Something that's cool about our roof material is it is Velcro compatible. So we like these Step 22 Grevies bags, and they have Velcro on the back, and you can adjust how much Velcro you're going to use based on how heavy your bag is, and it will stick right to the ceiling. I mean, you could have it right there if you want. We like to stick them in a little more convenient spots, but you can organize all different things, your clothing, your toiletries, kitchen gear, whatever you need. It just gives you this incredibly useful way to store your gear and make it portable at the same time. We like to use National Luna fridges. They're extremely efficient. This one is a National Luna 50. It has a 10-liter freezer compartment, which we have some cocktail ice in there right now. And it has 2 trays in here with a 40-liter fridge. What's nice about the unit is that you can control each compartment separately. So if you wanted this to be just one giant fridge, you could do that. Right now we have the freezer set for negative Celsius 8 and positive 5 for the fridge. This is on a base plate system. There's one pin, you loosen the pin and the whole fridge pops right out. So if you need to use the fridge because you have family coming over for Thanksgiving, take it into the house and plug it in. I'm going to note here that the Arctic Turn fan also has a remote. So you can control the light separately, and you can control the fan speed, and you can completely close the thing down. You can hear it cycle, or I can turn it back on and turn the light on. It's nice to have when you're feeling lazy in bed. On the outside, above the door, there's a scene light. That scene light, I can turn it and make it bright if I want to illuminate the area, or I can hold it down and dim the light so that it's not so bright in camp. On the roof, we are pre-wired for Starlink Mini. So if you decide that you are a road warrior or you just don't want to miss a film on Netflix, we have wiring up there for Starlink Mini. Oh. So you can option for a Fiamma awning, and the crank lives above the door, And it's a very easy awning to set up. Just has a crank, goes into it. Very fast to deploy. And instead of taking your legs to the ground and having to stake them out, which, you know, most awnings you would do this, right? But what we've done is we've put brackets on the side of the camper to secure the awning. And then all you have to do is tighten it up and clean that up. There we go. So essentially the awning is self-supported. You don't have to put anything down. You don't have to stake it out. You don't need guy lines or anything like that. So one of the other features, the outdoor shower. All right, so that's the Julka. So we have a storage spot for the Julka on the inside. So if you order the Julka from us, you're gonna order 2 brackets. One bracket to hold it while you travel, the other to hold it outside. It's pretty simple. Got a little low-tech system for retaining it in spot. The Julka has the retention plate on the outside. You lift up this bracket, put the foot in, lift it up, drop it in. And then from this point, we can connect the quick release hoses and the quick release propane hose for the Julka, pull water off of the water tank that's under the sink, or from whatever other water source you might have. Might be a jug, might be a creek or a lake, what have you. So thank you for visiting with us today and seeing the new ASI camper from AT Overland. We love this thing. It's really an awesome setup. You got lots of usable space in a relatively small truck footprint.